You can't be doing regular people.
Are we back at it again?
Unfortunately, yes. Less than 2 weeks of being incarcerated, Tamika Good is back in the house.
For months, we've been tracking the alleged squatter takeover of a $2.3 million Bethesda home that's been foreclosed and bank-owned. Occupants Tamika Good and her partner Corey Pollard have been at the center of the alleged occupancy.
Get out my face.
Ma'am, why are you in a $2.5 million property? After months of delays, Good was convicted on all counts on January 22nd, sentenced to 90 days in prison. Pollard continues to face extradition for multiple vehicle theft-related crimes in Pennsylvania. 11 days later, Good was released on appeal on February 2nd after posting a $5,000 cash bond. Activities at the house started again soon after her release. For days, a woman wearing similar shoes and green pants was seen moving in and out of the alleged Bethesda squatter home. We spoke with Alex Webster about his client.
Look, there's a question. It's really the #1 question on everybody's mind. How would your client, Ms. Tamika Good, get inside a $2.3 million property?
Cut. I don't know if I can answer that. Allegedly. Can I cut?
We're
rolling.
We're rolling, my friend. Yeah.
All right, can you re-ask the question?
Sure, absolutely. So the #1 question.
Yo, this is crazy. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. As a lawyer, like that is a loaded question. You shouldn't really answer it, But like, we all know how she got in. She broke in. All right. What was she Houdini or David Copperfield when he was locked in that safe in the building and just magically appeared out of the building when it blew up? No, she broke in. That's how she got in.
Question on everybody's mind is how your client, Ms. Tamika Good, got into a $2.3 million property.
Well, Ms. Good did her research. She found out that a certain property was under the control of a certain group, and that there was a title issue. Due to the title issue, she was able to assume the property under squatters' rights.
Whoa. Why would he even say that? So now you're basically saying that she committed fraud. What type of lawyer is this? I was with dude before. Now he deserved to be fired. Why would he even say that? Like, listen, I don't know how she did it. We'll just play out in court. That's what I would say. Put in the comment section if you feel that this guy just basically told the reporter and told all of us who's watching that his client committed fraud, which we already know she committed fraud, but he just admitted it in beating around the bush words. Crazy.
So in Maryland, there isn't a particular squatter right. Am I missing something?
Well, it's not a particular squatter's right, but it's known as squatter rights.
Meanwhile, back at the Bethesda property, the neighbors here of the $2.3 million Bethesda squatter home have placed no trespassing signs after the alleged squatter, Tamika Good, has gained access to the house. We're going to try to make contact once again. Trekking through ice and snow, we came upon the same door that security cameras captured occupants entering and leaving. Now the door has a no trespassing sign inside its window. After knocking on the door and falling, we proceeded to the front door to knock as well. Not an answer from the alleged squatters.
So everybody who lives here works so hard for their life. They earn their living.
Mee lives nearby the alleged squatter house. She asked us to hide her identity over safety concerns. She was sentenced to 90 days in prison, and she was just released, and she's back in the house. What do you make of that?
I think that there is some lack of a law.
We asked Ian Chen, age 19, how the almost year-long battle started. He filed charges that led to Good's 90-day sentencing.
When you first called the police living next to a squatter, what did they do?
Nothing, really. They just knocked on the door, and when there was no answer, they just got back in their cars and left.
The reason why is because it's a civil matter. And this is why people have to understand when you own a home, and this house is bank owned. So she did her research. She realized that, okay, it's foreclosed on, bank owned, nobody's there. I could capture it. And I can just chill and live a luxury lifestyle as a fake person. Because that's what it is. She's fake. All right. Now, don't get me wrong. As we saw that, she had a big booty, and some men will probably be like, oh, yeah. But look, there's a lot of people that are living fake. And you'll be like, oh, wow, how you afford this house? They afford it because they're a squatter. And you can really recognize it if you notice that no electricity is on, probably the water is not on, and stuff like that. So, like, yo, what are you doing? Or if it's a bank owner, there's probably electricity on and stuff like that. They're not going to let the utilities cut off. So that's what they do. That's what they do. And you just have to be very, very careful. But there's more news to this situation because they finally got her out. Let's get to that video.
On Wednesday, nearly a dozen Montgomery County Sheriff's deputies, an army of laborers, and a vacant property security company cleared a $2.3 million Bethesda mansion occupied by squatters since summer.
So we will put everything out then if you're saying nothing will volunteer. Okay. A back door or the deck? I guess that's where they had it in because it's broke. Like that door is completely broke. The screen door is cut, so I assume that's how they originally got in this home.
So we're here at the house. The bank said we're not allowed inside, but what we do see is tons of stuff. Everything from a couch to a piano, even a Pac-Man machine.
Item by item, workers carried out hundreds of pieces of furniture and trash left inside the now vacant house that was occupied by Tamika Good and Corey Pollard for more than 9 months. Hours before, on Tuesday night, just before 9:30, Montgomery County Sheriff's deputies moved in to arrest Good once again after previously being convicted and out on appeal for burglary and trespassing charges. Good arrived at Montgomery County Detention Processing Center just before midnight. Meanwhile, moving trucks came and went throughout the evening. By 4 a.m., the last vehicle left, and neighbors say a juvenile was placed in a car. We spoke to neighbor George Folsom on what's next after a more than 9-month battle that brought the community together.
I think for the neighborhood, as well as other neighborhoods in Montgomery County, the county council needs to do a very stringent review of their codes and laws regarding situations like this in which home invaders squat homes. And it's only fair to taxpayers.
I'm going to tell you something. It's not even just as they say, county council. It's you, the people. It's us. If you want things to change, you have to fight for it. If you want to protect your property and the property around you, which means your property values, because if you ever want to sell your property, they pull the comps. And if the comps is bad, your property is going to be like, all right, you know what, it's a little bad. If the comps are good, your property is going to be good. You have to do better. I am not saying to be a staunch person and be like, you know what, F everybody. No. What I'm saying is you have to make sure that things are right. And the only way to do that is by making sure that the people that you choose to be your leaders are not going to play you. And if they are, kick them out.